What's going on, guys? It's Ryan from Ryan and Crystal's Reviews, and it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's Loki Episode 3. Yes, but it's New Comic Book Day. So what did you all get today? Here's what I got. You can see pretty big stack this week. A lot of books coming out this week. So we show the brown paper bag of mystery. And there it is. Boom. A lot of books this week for me. So we're going to start off, and as always show this comic shop news. See, there's an advertisement for Elvira meets Vincent Price. That book's coming out here in a couple weeks, I think, from Dynamite. On the back there, get a couple looks at a couple different covers there. And then inside it just kind of starts to, it just talks about different books that are going to be coming out here in the next, few weeks. So I'll be looking forward to those. So let's run through these. Like I said, I've got a little over 20 books this week. It was a big week for me. And we're going to start off with Wonder Woman 774. So we're still continuing the storyline of her being in Greek mythology instead of, Norse mythology instead of Greek mythology, to where she's around Thor and the Norse gods. So, and it's got the secondary story in it. So it looks pretty good. You can see a little bit of artwork there. I'm not going to show a lot just because I don't want to spoil it for you guys or spoil it for me. And then on the back, we've got a advertisement for Batman: The Long Halloween Blu-ray Part 1. So looking forward to that as well. Next up is Wolverine number 13. This is the connecting variant cover. So this is the one that has all of the different mutants on, like the green carpet for the Hellfire Gala, as we continue on with the Hellfire Gala story. I talked about it last week, or in Friday's show. I wasn't really thrilled with the books last week that came out for this storyline. I thought that it was kind of slow. I'm hoping that this week it picks up a little bit, as we are 5 books away from the end. So I'm hoping that this one picks up a little bit, and we get a nice ending and wrap up to this story as we head towards X-Men number 1, which is in a couple weeks. And then next up is Way of X. This is number 3. This goes along with that connecting variant cover. I think these two were supposed to go together, but if they do, they didn't do a very good job of them connecting. So, yeah, I'm not really sure how that's supposed to look, but we'll see. Let's try to get as many as possible and then put them all together. But it's Way of X3. So far, this title hasn't been too bad. Again, we are just a few away from finishing up the Hellfire Gala. Art in there looks real nice. So there's the back, which shows the invitation to the Hellfire Gala. So we're getting there. Like I said, we're getting close. Next up is Vengeance of Vampirella number 19. The nice cover there, and got a nice, good artwork in here. This is the Perillo variant. This is the main cover. Nice cover there. Oh, his artwork's always really, really good, spot on. And then we're going to stick with, might as well do this one next since it is continuing the Hellfire Gala. This is Sword number 6. This is the connecting variant. The storm on the cover. Real nice there. I think, not really sure what order these are supposed to go in. They don't really, each week for some reason they don't connect, but it is what it is. So again, we're continuing on. I've heard good things about this book. A lot of people are pretty high on this book so far. So we'll see what it comes out with. See if it continues that story and pushes that story along, because we need it to be pushed along a little bit. Next up is Teen Titans Academy number 4. This is the cardstock variant. They got Starfire on there with Nightwing. It's a nice cover, real solid. I'm jumping on this book at this point. I've heard good things, I've heard bad things, so I thought I would check it out. I really liked this cover, so I thought I'd pick it up. I've been watching Titans on HBO Max. I wasn't into that show, and then I decided to start watching it. Now that I'm 2 seasons into it, or 2 seasons have been done, they're getting ready to do the 3rd season. You know, I kind of catch up on it pretty quick. I like to do that sometimes with certain shows. Next up is Superman number 32. Is this the end of Superman? Question mark. I don't know. You see the cover there. Nice cover. I didn't get the cardstock cover on this one. I kind of liked this cover just a little bit better. So we'll see. I think this ends the storyline of what do they call this storyline? Get back here to it, but this ends that story arc. I don't remember. It's like I said, it's been a while since I've read this book. I don't remember what the story arc's called, but nonetheless, this is the last issue in that line, so they'll be starting a new story here before too long. Let's go. Yeah, let's go with this one. So next up, this is another book I'm jumping on, and unfortunately, it's the last issue, and this is Stray Dogs Part 5, and this is the horror movie poster variant, which is really cool. And looking forward to this. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm jumping on at the end here, and I'm not gonna let Crystal read it because she'll probably cry, from what I understand. So looking forward to reading this. I'll probably try to find the other issues, and if I would have known it, because they put pictures of people's dogs in the back, I would have. If I would have known they did that, I would have submitted pictures of Choopy and Claire and Gunner to maybe they would have gotten in here. But this issue, from what I know about this series, it's been really popular, so they may continue on, go volume 2 with another storyline, and maybe do a ongoing series, hopefully. Next up is one of the big books this week. This is Spawn's Universe number 1. This is the main cover, the J. Scott Campbell variant with She-Spawn, and this book is launching a whole new Spawn, I wouldn't say series, but multiple monthly titles. And look at that art in there. It's beautiful. Really nice. Looking forward to this book. Like I said, this is one I'll probably read. This one will be one of the first few books I read this week. And it is a big book. I mean, I don't think it gives me page numbers at the end, but it is a big book. It's, it's pretty thick. And it's $5.99 cover price, which is more because the Spawn books are usually $2.99. But this is like 3 books in one, it feels like. So looking forward to reading that. Next up is Something is Killing the Children number 17. So you guys know from my reviews, I'm high on this series. I've enjoyed it so far. We are in the slaughterhouse with Erica's kind of backstory, how she becomes, a monster hunter, and looking forward to that. There's some artwork there for you. And we're continuing this storyline and her origin story, and really looking forward to reading that. I liked issue 16. So it's going to be, I'm fingers crossed it's going to be a really good book. Next up, I bought this book. I'm not really high on this series, but I bought this book because I like the cover, and I do collect most of this character. This is Silk number 4. This is the SpiderMan villains variant cover. I really liked it. Thought it was a nice cover. Heard a lot of people have said this book isn't worth the paper it's printed on, so we're going to see. Always give them a try, and we'll see See how I like it? There's some artwork there, and then there's a ad for Black Cat number 8. Next up is Red Sonja number 28. This is the Linsner variant. You guys know that I always get the Linsner variant, like his artwork. Nice cover there with Red Sonja kind of kneeling down next to like a pond or something and pondering something. But this, as you guys know, this series is coming to an end, as they usually do with Red Sonja, you know, 20, 30 books in. So it's coming to an end, and then they'll, Red Sonja, red, what is it? White, Black, and Red. I think that's the name of the next Red Sonja series they're coming out with. Let's see if I can find it in here. Should be an advertisement for it anywhere somewhere, you would think. Yeah, Black, White, Red. Yeah, so there's the advertisement for it. So that's going to be the next Red Sonja book. Probably not going to pick that one up. Not really been a fan of the stories they've done in there so far. So moving on, we have Infinite Frontier number 1 of 6. Looking forward to this book. This is kind of a take on multiverses of multiverses of multiverses. So you've got Flash, you got Green Lantern, you got Superman, you got Darkseid on the cover. So you've got a whole bunch of great characters on the cover, and you know, like for example, Green Lantern is the Golden Age Green Lantern, Alan Scott, and it's going to be interesting to see where this kind of goes. So you see some artwork there. Looks real nice. I'm looking forward to it. They had teased that book a while back and never got around to getting us issue 1 because we had issue 0. Next up is a series I've been really happy with. I've enjoyed reading it, and I know that's coming to an end. It's Heroes Return number 1. This is the sequel or the next issue in the Heroes Reborn storyline, and this is just the regular cover. I didn't get any of the variant covers. You see some of the artwork there. It looks real nice. Black Panther's there. Hyperion, Cap. So the heroes have returned, believe it or not. I mean, I know it's hard to tell from the title, but they have returned, and we're going to see what's going to happen. Just from flipping through the pages, it looks like it's a lot of action, which is always good reads, fun to read. So, looking forward to it. And we get an advertisement for World War She-Hulk, which I'm looking forward to, but I'm hoping that they write it properly, because in my opinion, that character is so much better than what they're currently writing her as, and it's been kind of a disappointment. So I got my fingers crossed that something is good going to come out of that, but probably not. Next up is Harley Quinn number 4. This is the cardstock variant. I like this cover. I've read the first few issues of this series. It's been okay. Hasn't been, you know, this isn't anything to write home to mom about, but it hasn't been too bad, so I'm sticking with it. If it doesn't start to kind of take off and get really good, I'll probably drop it. But as of right now, it's in my list. Next up is Guardians of the Galaxy 15, and so you see that there. Whoop, sorry. There we go. Really nice cover art on the cover. Looking forward to reading this. I haven't read a Guardians book in a while, so I'm jumping on right here. So I'll probably won't know a whole lot what's going on to start out, but I am looking forward to it. So next up is Grimm Fairy Tales number 49. This is a book. This has kind of been a love-hate relationship with this book with me over the years. I've gone through periods where I've gone through periods where I've really liked it, and I've gone through periods where I've dropped it because it just sucks. So I'm jumping back on here because I've heard a few good things about it, so I thought I would give it another try. And the cover art's not bad, so thought I would give it a go here. Xenoscope, yeah, you never know with them. Sometimes they do really good stuff. Sometimes their stuff is just kind of meh. Next up, this is a book I've really been enjoying reading, is Detective Comics 1038. Really enjoyed this story arc so far with Batman and Bruce Wayne being behind bars for a crime that they're both supposedly committed. And then you've got the murder of, I can't think of his name now. I just went blank on the guy's name. He looks like Kraven the Hunter. I always think about when I'm reading it. But she died. She becomes Lady Clayface, the second version of that, and he blames Batman for it. So he's going after Batman. Blew up the prison he was being held in, and now it looks like he's fighting Batman, especially here in the beginning. I think the last issue it kind of left off with him, with those two duking it out. So looking forward to finishing up reading that. Next up, this is another book I'm jumping on to. This is Captain Marvel number 29. I like this cover. It had Doctor Strange on the cover, so it's almost an automatic pickup for me. Anything with Doctor Strange on it, I usually get. I've heard a few good things about this series, but we'll see. This is one I'm not super high on. I'll probably give it a few issues. If it doesn't really work out, doesn't pull me in, then I'll drop it. But is what it is. We'll see. Of course, with the Marvels movie coming up, it's always nice to pick up a couple of those books, because you never know. You get new characters, you might spec on it, something happens, they throw it in the movie, boom. Next up is issue 2 of The Blue Flame. I really enjoyed issue 1. Looking forward to reading this. This is chapter 2, The Celestial Bargain, is what it says here on the back. The Blue Flame digs deeper into the tribunal consensus as he weighs the decision of defending all of humanity before them. But wait, shooting victim Sam Brosum is in a coma in Milwaukee, and his estranged sister doesn't know if he'll wake up. So I really enjoyed issue 1. So looking forward to this. Was real happy to see this book was coming out this week. Hopefully it continues up and lives on. It lives up to issue 1. Really like this cover too. Nice solid yellow and blue there. So we got a couple books left. This one I was like, nah, I'm not gonna read it. And then I'm like, yeah, because I'm seeing so many people talk about it and it looks really good now. People are really high on it. And this is Batman Reptilian, book 1. And you guys are probably like, what are you talking about? I was gonna get that. Was a guaranteed pull. Well, I've got 3 or 4 different Batman titles, and I didn't want to have Batman fatigue. If that's possible, it may not be possible, but and it's just it's a mini series run. But as far as what I've heard so far from people are really digging it. This is the black label, so it's a little more dark. And this is kind of like the cardstock cover. This is a pretty heavy cover. It's $4.99 cover price, so yeah. The art, you can tell, is a lot darker than typical Batman books. That's Liam Sharp as the artist. Garth Ennis is the one that writes it. So it was kind of, I started doing a little more research into it. I'm like, yeah, we probably should get it, because it's probably going to be a pretty good series. Next up is Amazing Spider-Man number 69, Legacy numbering 870. This is the Chameleon Conspiracy Part 3. Got Chance on the cover, Jack-O-Lantern, Foreigner. I had high hopes for this storyline when it first started, and then I think last issue it kind of fizzled out a little bit. And I think the other problem we have is they've teased Sinister War so much, and it looks like it's going to be really well done. So it's kind of like, let's just skip over this and get to that, right? So you get a little bit of tease, back here for Sinister War. I haven't read it yet, so I'm not gonna show it, but I know there's always a couple page tease. So next week we've got Giant Size Amazing Spider-Man Chameleon Conspiracy #1. That's the next book in this story, and then it flips back over to Amazing Spider-Man 70, which I think is the last issue in this arc, and then we flip into Sinister War. So hopefully that gets here sooner rather than later. I mean, you never know. Maybe this book will pick up, but I don't have super high hopes for it. And my last book for this week, and like I said, you got about 20 books, is Superman Action Comics 1032. This is the regular cover. You've got him and Arthur on the cover here. Another one, I didn't get the cardstock. I like the cardstock. I just didn't get it. But you see a little bit of art there. Looks really nice, real solid. Hopefully the story is going to be good, and I'm really digging that right there. That advertisement for the next action book. It's 1033. Yeah, so that's the next one, 1033. Clark Kent's never-ending battle takes him over the edge. Written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, art by Daniel Samper. Samper. I'm not sure if that's how you say his name. But if the book's is half as good as that splash page right there, that advertisement page, I'm already digging it. I'm already in. So that's it for. Oh, and then you get. Do we get a? Yeah, we do get a secondary story in here. So that's it for my comic haul this week. And you see, boom, there are a lot of books, and there's a lot of stuff to read. But before I go, I want to make mention we are in the middle of our 100K, I wish it was 100K, 100 subscriber giveaway. We are giving away this Deadpool taco holder truck, and all you got to do to enter is be a subscriber, like the video, and put a comment below. It can be any comment. Hey, I got that book. Hey, I didn't really want to get that book this week. Hey, I've been reading Blue Flame, read the first issue, loved it. Read the second issue, loved it, or maybe you didn't like it, whatever it is. Just put something down. Always like to talk with people and engage with the community. Crystal and I both enjoy doing that. So remember, that's easy. It's easy to enter. Super easy. Just put a like and subscribe and comment below. That's all you got to do, and you'll be entered to win. Now, this giveaway closes on this Friday, which is the 25th. So when I believe it would be my video of after the poll, when that video has been uploaded and Saturday rolls around, that's going to be it. We're going to do the giveaway. We're going to do the drawing on Saturday night for the giveaway, and then we will announce who won, and we will contact that person, and we'll reach out and get your information so we can send you this. So we want to thank everybody for subscribing. We couldn't even do things like this if it wasn't for you guys, and we appreciate it, and hope everyone has a great Wednesday. Read them, guys. Read these comics. Read them. And we will see you tomorrow for the Throwback Issue Thursday show. Have a good night, guys.